Hey, we live? We live? Back for another gameplay reveal? They're really spoiling us this week, man. Really spoiling us. I think we are live. My PC's been a little bit off today, so I'm hoping that it's gonna work. Started a little bit early, started with half an hour to go. I figured that was more than enough time to just let people get in, have a general chat, and kick back a little bit, you know, just talk about stuff in general while we wait for the next half an hour before the gameplay reveal. I'm really looking forward to this game overall. Far Cry is a series that I've dipped in and out of overall, so I don't have the biggest expectations. I think the most recent one I played was the one with the like weird American cult. I can't remember if that was 4 or 5, I don't know, but I remember the weird American cult. So I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, mainly because Giancarlo is like an incredible actor, so putting him in anything pretty much means I'm signed on. It's based in a fictional Caribbean island, if I've done my research correctly, called Yara, or Yara, I don't know, one of the two, which I think is a lot of fun. Having it going like that, because mainly if you're a JoJo fan, the word Yara will hold massive significance to you. So I like the idea of being able to go Yara in general. But yeah, did I watch Breaking Bad? Of course I watched Breaking Bad. The entire world pretty much watched Breaking Bad. But let's not forget his great performance as Moff Gideon more recently as well. Really did carry the villain aspect of Mandalorian. I think did a great job overall, you know. I've just got the trailer running on a loop in the background. But we got MA in the chat. How's it going? Thomas, hello, how you doing? Odd Zombie, how you doing? Ballistics, how's it going? Just Matthias, Path Gaming, Odd Zombie, Young Jay, how you doing? Abdul as well, good to see you. Sato Kaiba, how you doing as well? What a day we had yesterday as well. Let's not overlook how like great this week has been for overall just good gaming news, you know. We've had they've really gone above and beyond this week. I think they've gone above and beyond. We've got a lot of gameplay reveal stuff. Horizon in itself would have been more than enough information, but I mean, we had even more than that, you know. We had Sonic. We had Dying Light 2, and we also have Far Cry, all in such a quick succession. Really interesting that they decided to put all of this stuff out, considering that E3's just around the corner as well. I like the fact that developers and publishers are sort of jumping the gun. They really want to set themselves apart. I think in the past year or so, since lockdown has sort of kicked in, we've seen games really take advantage of the fact that you can live stream. I think they've really understood, they've looked at how much that live streaming has benefited gaming overall, and people have really sort of just started to be like, we don't need to wait for a big event anymore, you know? We don't need to wait for a big event for us to be able to put out just something that's going to get people excited. We can do that ourselves, and it's really nice to see people doing that overall. It just shows a certain sort of creative flair. I think it's better as well, like, when you prepare your presentation in your own realm, it's a lot easier to put it across than, say, when you have to go speak at like a place like E3 and things like that. Because a lot of publishers, developers, and sometimes they get people that are actually really well media trained to go and do the talking and things like that. But a lot of them aren't always the best speakers. But I think what we've seen is when you can film it just with your team and put it all together, some really good usages of streaming and putting things out in a way that feels a little bit more personal than being on a massive stage and talking to a mass audience. So yeah, it's been good. It's been good to say the least. And Ubisoft have done some cool presentations. You know, they did some really cool presentations overall. In recent times, the Valhalla stuff they were doing was really, really cool. Yeah, digital events seem smoother, less cringe. Yeah, exactly. It just seems like a better space for everyone involved a lot of the time, especially because they can CGI the developers in. Ubisoft conferences used to be filled with cringe. We had one that was a bit cringy earlier in the year. I remember that as well. Yusuf, how you going? Good to see you. Daniel, how's it going? Abdul saying yesterday's stream reached 7.2k views in less than a day. I know, it's incredible. I did not foresee any of that happening, but I'm massively, massively thankful, and I really appreciate people that stuck around, because they didn't need to, but they did, you know? I was talking to Young Jay earlier, and I was saying how that stream for me, we got to 100 people watching, and I was like, this is going really, really well. This is performing way better than I thought it would do. And then out of nowhere, it just suddenly hit 1,000. And I was like, oh shit. You know? But, yeah, so that was really fun. I mean, Horizon, everywhere all over my timeline is Horizon Forbidden West at the moment, and I love it. I'm not going to lie to you, I love it. I get a bit bored of seeing the same takes sometimes, but it's quite refreshing. It is quite refreshing to see so much people excited about a game. That's what we're here for at the end of the day, you know? That's what it's all about. And there's just so much awesomeness going on at the moment within the communities, and people having a really, really good time, which is exactly how it should be. Which is, you know, very, 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 very good to see amongst everybody. Giancarlo seems like such a sweet guy in real life, total opposite of every bad guy he's played. Well, yeah, I think that's I think overall, that's probably quite the appeal for him. Because he's such a nice person in real life, that he probably enjoys playing these sort of characters that are like polar opposites to him, like Dark World versions of him and stuff. I think there's quite a freedom in being an actor, you know? I think there's, you get to do things that you wouldn't in real life, and I think he must really, really enjoy doing that, because he loves playing a bad guy, doesn't he? He's also a bad guy in The Boys and stuff as well, so he really likes those roles, and that, fair play to him, he does it stunningly. And he doesn't seem like the nicest of guys in this either, as he hands this young boy, who I think we're pretty sure is his son, right, a live grenade. So, I don't know, maybe he wanted to hand his own son a live grenade at some point in time. But no, overall, great actor. He looks great in this cutscene as well. The graphics in this cutscene are so solid. I'll be interested to see how things go with the gameplay, but that's why we're here today, you know? We got just over 20 minutes. Just over 20 minutes to get into this. But yeah, if you were a Sony pony, your views would quadruple. Maybe. I'm not 100% no, because it's not that I'm not a Sony pony. I'm just not on the side of how do I put this in a careful way? Basically, it's not if you were a Sony pony. What you really mean is if I was a blind console war stirrer-upper, essentially, I think is more realistic. Because it's look, if I wanted my views to quadruple, I'd be making Minecraft videos every day. If I'd be doing that and playing Among Us and Fortnite, and that would be it. That would be my channel. I'd just do that every single day. Because if you click on the trending tab, in general, on YouTube, those three things reign supreme. It's non-debatable how much those three things reign supreme. And above all of those, Minecraft is the king. It's legitimately the king. But I'm not gonna shit on any Minecraft streamers or content makers or anything, but I don't know how much times you can play and complete Minecraft and keep doing it where it's Minecraft, but the blocks get bigger every time you play. Minecraft, but the player gets smaller every time you make a move. Minecraft, but I know the money must be insane, and that you probably don't think about it. But there's only so much times I can play survival mode with modifiers on, you know? Like, in my honesty, I can't bring myself to do that at all. I wish I could. I wish I could. I wish I could. Because overall, mate, them Minecraft views, I'd be living in Jamaica on the homeland. Like, do you know what I mean? With the fam. I'd be up in the farms that we own and stuff, like just living like a millionaire. But like, yeah. But that's what I think. It's it's like, yeah, I could sit here and just trash Xbox for extra views, and I could. The other thing is, I've done it sometimes. I've made clickbait type videos and stuff, and I never feel good about them. Yeah, you can take like stuff from Reddit and blow that up into like you know, like Elden Ring's a good example. Like, yeah, every time a little piece of information comes out, you jump on it and spread it into being like a 10-minute video somehow, even though it's like literally took you 2 minutes to read all of the leaked information overall. But somehow you twist and turn that into quote-unquote content for the sake of the fact that you're cashing in on these sort of fan bases just so you can monetize. And I know a lot of people will go, yeah, but that's the whole point in YouTube and stuff. But I would rather just sort of have a channel that is reputable to some degree, I guess would be the right way of putting it. Like, I get annoyed when I click on a video and it doesn't get to what the title says until 5 minutes in, and even then it's something that was like, I could have read that. I could have read the article that you're regurgitating or something, you know? So that's just my sort of views. But yeah, I do think there's like there's a decent fan base on both sides of the console war, but I think if you, like, subscribe to just that, yeah, your views will temporarily increase, but then what you're going to be left with is an overall very, very toxic audience that are just going to fire off on anyone that doesn't have a similar opinion to that hive mind state. And I don't know if that's the sort of community that I want to, like, curate. I think what's really good is that we have most people that watch this channel and stuff, even if they take a side in the console war, they're still big enough to be like, you know what? That actually didn't look that bad. Like the people that watched the Horizon footage yesterday that are mainly considered a bot, that were big enough to go, you know what? Like, that looked great. You know, I think that's ultimately what you should do. Because at the end of the day, a good game is a good game. In the same way that, like, people want to get behind being like a Marvel fan or a DC fan or whatever. It's like a good story is a good story. A good show is a good show, and a good movie is a good movie. And if you blindly have to hate on that just so you're a part of something, then you need more things in your life to be a part of. You need a solid friendship group that you have that isn't based around hating things. It's very, very 90s. I think it's very like, I watch South Park and all of my opinions mean like I can say whatever I want. And if you take offense, that's your problem, buddy. And that's the sort of like mentality that as I've grown older and as I've just in general sort of moved on, have been like, you know what? I don't agree with that sort of mentality in general. I like being a quote-unquote free thinker, you know? I like having opinions that are my own in general, and I don't need to conform for the sake of friendship. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to do that, bro. Like, because those friendships never last, and that's something that you learn down the line anyway. Those things, like, if you come together through negative reasonings, they never ever like lost. It's as simple as that. I think it's much better to be part of the console appreciation teams. It's just like you back what you're doing because you love it. Like, you know, not because you want to tear down the other side and feel superior. You genuinely love what's going on in front of you, and that's what it should be about. That's what passion should be used for, is to build up and have fun and connect through love, not through hatred. Like, you know, it's as simple as that. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I'm just filling the time with this. But he says that now. But watching premiere a Minecraft series. Maybe. I mean, when that update comes out, I'm gonna start a new. When we get the new, what's it? Cliffs and Caves. When that comes out, I'm definitely gonna start a new survival world. I play Minecraft for fun on my own. You know, I don't want to rush it for the sake of a video. I just do it because I really have fun. But yeah, integrity is a good way of putting it, Lord Kurgan. Integrity is probably the best way of putting it. I'm going to put the chat box back on. I had the chat box off yesterday because we got to a point where things were getting crazy, and that Leafold guy was saying some mad shit. I respect it, like, but he was saying some mad shit about Aloy, like some real, like, I want to lick him between her toes after she's taken a long walk and things like that, like crazy stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take the chat box off for a bit. Because it was getting wild, man. It was getting, I know we were all excited, but he was beyond excitement. It was a lot of fun to read, though. I'll be honest, it was a lot of fun to read. But yeah, it was it was crazy. Just my 5 cent, of course, I love Tomb Raider reboot, and I can respect you are wrong. So don't you dare, man. We're not starting this up again. We're not starting this up again. I'm not blindly hating on it because I still love previous Tomb Raider games. I just couldn't take to the reboot. I wasn't being like blindly fighting because I preferred Uncharted. I was blindly hating because I wasn't hating. It was an informed opinion. Especially hating a video game nonetheless. It's like don't play or don't watch. Yeah, exactly. Or don't like have a Twitter account and it's just 100% dedicated to being like rattling cages. Like, go, what's that about, man? What's that about? How old are you to be doing this? CD in the chat. Hey, Bam, what's up? Did I get here early for once? What time shit kicking off? At 5:30. So we've got about 15 minutes. So when are we playing the new Tomb Raider, Bam? Oh, please don't do this, man. Please don't do this. I'ma just shit on every platform, says Abdul. Yeah, that's the new one. What we gotta do, right, is we just gotta shit on every platform. Like, across the board. You know who I like? Nintendo players. They don't give a fuck. They're just playing their games that they keep getting charged like 60 quid for like a new spin on Mario or something. And they're happy. They're happy. You know? Very happy people. Like, just doing their thing. They have no time or concern for the war. Like, they're a neutral party as far as I'm concerned. The most pacifists is in the gaming community, you know? Because even PC gets involved when it can. Can't wait for the Minecraft update. I can't either, man. They always do such a great job. The thing that you realize about Minecraft is their developers actually find the same level of joy in playing Minecraft that they do delivering it. And like, they pick up people that like came from the modding community and stuff like that, you know, in order to be able to like get the right people in front of the game. They have people that are long-time modders actually bought in to being a part of the actual team development, which is a really good way of doing things, you know. Free thinking is punk rock. Yes, it is. It is at the end of the day. I think it's just important, though, to be able to just separate your opinions, you know? I think that's it. I think for a lot of people, they're not very good at articulating themselves and stuff, so it's a lot easier just to be like, that shit, that's blah, 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 and just get in with it as well. And like I'm saying, because tribalism is such a big thing at this point in time, don't think it's just gaming. We know it's not gaming. It's so much stuff. Everyone needs to feel like they belong to something now, and then they're willing to like die for that thing if you say anything against it. It's definitely not just the gaming community. It's something that I see across the board. Look, people will argue to the death like, oh, I'm only subscribed to what, Netflix, so fuck Disney Plus and shit. Like, everyone just feels, it's this weird way of people being like, I've got this little badge that I'm gonna wear with such pride and honor. That people forget that opinions waver and change. Opinions are not set in stone a lot of the time. Like, a good debate comes from genuine discussion and having an open enough mind to be like, well, you know what, you're actually right with that, and fair, you made a good point and stuff. But none of that's involved a lot of the time in these discussions anymore. Everyone's so worried about the fact that they feel like people's eyes are on them. This inflated ego from being online means that people really feel like they have to, like, oh, I gotta fucking do it. My community's watching right now, man. I gotta fucking do it. I've got a rep. I will be a martyr for this right here, right now. And the reality is, a lot of the time, no one's even watching. But everyone has this extended ego that's online, and it's just it's crazy. And everyone's just like, oh, like, I'm this or I'm that. Like, I think a great example is like how politics has borderline become like religious to everyone, when really politics should just be another discussion. Like, and overall, politics is again something that walks the line across both of it. Like, for most people, you know, like, you're always going to end up having thoughts that either lean a slight one way or slightly the other way. And the more that people intensify their opinions and tied to these things, the more likely you're going to feel like you're like suddenly, like, something you thought was acceptable, like, say you thought it was like a left ideal, suddenly it's like it's not left enough, or it's not right enough, and all of these things chop and change. But people have this sort of almost like religious backing behind things now, that they're just like, I'm gonna die for this cause and stuff, when it should just be a conversation. It's very, very crazy. Give the Nintendo people Smash Bros and they're cool. Exactly, they're just chilling, man, just fighting each other in their own realm. They already modded Resident 8. It's now third person on IGN. Yeah, Resident Evil has had a lot of mods already. The Village has had, I've seen some crazy mods. I see a lot of mods revolving around like, how can we like slap Demestru's ass and things like that, you know? Bam, how good was Horizon? It was incredible. It was great. It was absolutely great. God of War will be epic. Hopefully it will incorporate the new Unreal Engine. No, it won't. It literally, it won't. They'll be using their own engine, which is what a lot of game developers actually do anyway. They've got their engines that they use. Like, you have to consider that God of War has already been in production from pretty much the point in time that they got the other one out of the door, you know? So they will have been working on that. And the engine that they use, I don't know what it is. I don't know if I can Google it, if someone can Google it, but I'm pretty sure they'll be using their own engine. It just allows for more variance, like in what you can do, and you have more control over it. So we shall see. Joshua saying, did you see that it looks like this gameplay reveal was leaked? I saw things about that, but I'm still happy to sort of support and go for it through the official things. One thing that we sort of have to worry about in general, again, when you talk about keeping your channel reputable, if you do things like upload leaks or things like that, it's very easy to get actual copyright strikes and get in a lot of trouble. So it's best sometimes to just play the smart game and go along with it, you know? Generally, as far as like most things go, games developers and games companies in general are some of the most lenient companies as far as most copyright stuff goes. A lot of the time, if you end up getting some sort of copyright issue on a video, it will be because that games company used a song and it's actually the label that's coming after you saying you can't use that song in your gameplay and blah blah blah, even though they already got the royalties because it's been licensed out to the game. But most of the time you will rarely ever get into any problem with like for uploading game stuff, because they don't care, they want you to promote it. But if you go over the line and upload like leaks and things that shouldn't be put online, then yeah, you step into a realm where you will potentially get into a lot of trouble. So I try my best to respect these people as a general thing, because they really do. Out of a lot of the communities out there, they have a good ethos with online content, whether it be streaming and uploads and things like that. They have a generally good sort of rapport, and respect for content creators, which is, you know, when you try and do something like, say you want to do like a movie review, you run into so much problems. You end up having to cut everything so it's like less than 7 seconds, so you don't get into any sort of trouble, and it's free use. And all of these companies don't realize that you're like, it's like film companies and TV don't realize that you're actually promoting their product by doing a review or something like that. But gaming people just get it. They just understand it, and they realize what a powerful tool it has been for being able to help further promote things, you know? I would say Gears of War 6 will be the first Unreal 5 game. Yeah, see, that's a perfect example. Gears of War 6 is definitely an Unreal Engine game right there. Does anyone remember, I don't know if this is showing my age, but do you remember Unreal Tournament? That's like where I first heard the term Unreal, and Unreal Tournament was absolutely awesome. It was a really fun game to play, and it's a little bit of like gaming history, but that was the first time I saw like the Unreal Engine in action and stuff, and it's come such a long way, and it's done so much for people. I had to leave for 6 months until the green had removed how good Uncharted looked from my short-term memory before I carried on. Fair. Yeah, well, fair enough. Uncharted 4, fair enough, man. I'm still waiting for some of these games to, like, fade out of memory so I can get to play them for another time over. Because I'm lucky that I kind of destroyed my mind by smoking so much. And now that I don't smoke, like my memories slowly come back to me. But it's kind of cool because it's like I can go watch things that I watched when I smoked and have no memory of them. It's really fun. It's like it wipes it clean, you know. God of War engine is definitely proprietary. Not sure if it has a specific name. No, exactly, but they definitely do have something that they use, isn't it? Because it makes the most sense. Honestly, was playing God of War 2018 on the PS5. I mean, it looked like it was running on a PS5, that game. I said that yesterday. It was one of the few games that really pushed my at the time, it was a fairly brand new PS4 Pro, and even then it was still being pushed to its limit. The fan was going crazy. It was a lot of problems. But it looked beautiful. It looked beautiful. Am I the only one who's downloaded Horizon Zero Dawn? Well, I'm downloading it again because I just need to jump back into the world after last night's footage. Like, I just do. And I'm kind of worried that it's going to make this gameplay seem a little bit like meh. But at the same time, you know what? We're here for it, man. We're absolutely here for it. Yeah, I mean, 2018 was great. Didn't you get you got Spider-Man? Did you get Horizon that year as well? Was it Spider-Man, Horizon, and God of War? Where is the gameplay? It's not loaded yet, buddy. Look, I'll move over to the... We got 3 minutes before the actual thing starts, so you can see it right there. So we're just waiting. We're just chatting. If you have any questions, go ahead and throw them in. 125 people watching. Wow. These streams always do really well, and I'm massively, massively thankful. Thank you so much. We're going to leave it for the countdown so you can see it at this point in time. You can see that I've got... Should I put something in here? I'm going to say subscribe to my channel. Hey, you got to throw it in there once in a while. I'm an average CBT lover. Fair. Red Dead Redemption 2 was 2018 as well. See, there we go. There we go. I'm going to say this. Sivavarunan? I hope I said that correct. Nuno, how's it going as well? CD, how you doing? Yoditya? Yoditya. Yo, some of these names today, you trying to throw me off. I'm not good with names. Like, I'm terrible at pronouncing things. Chad, that's a nice easy one. Chad, how's it going? But I do hope that I say your names correctly. I always try my best. Just sound them out and hopefully you'll get there, you know? But yeah, we got 2 minutes. Been playing Horizon today. Yeah, I completely understand that, and that's what I'm looking to do with my weekend. It needs the 60 FPS. It does. But I just want to jump in. I'll probably just go on photo mode for an hour and be like, yeah, my job is done. Thank you for subscribing as well, man. I appreciate you. And it's Siva at the end as well. Siva. So I'm just gonna say Siva. It's right there. Lovely little tango there. Pronounce that. Alright, here we go. Abhin Nabba? Abhin Nabba? Abhi Nabba. It's either Abhi Nabba or Abhin Nabba. Or Abhin Abba. I don't know. You win. You win, alright? You win. Opla, how's it going? Please, guys, only English in the chat, just because I can't reply because I can only speak one language, and even that, as you've just seen, I'm not even good at the one language that I do know. So I'm trying, buddies. It'll begin shortly. I guess we'll go over to the main room in 1 second. We'll get out of the main studio. What do you expect from Far Cry 6? Do you think it will look next gen? I mean, the cutscenes have been great, but you can't judge anything on cutscenes. I'm going to refresh this and hope that it works. Yeah, correct. I did it. Yeah, let's go. I tried and I succeeded. Come on, Far Cry. How is GameSpot live, but you're not live? You're the main thing. Why is it not loading? I'm hitting refresh. Come on. Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima 2 is going to look incredible. Again, that game really did... To be fair, Ghost looks kind of bad if you go too close, but not super bad. But yeah, here we go. Like, what Ghost does really, really well is Ghost does a great job. I'm over here now, by the way. Ghost does a great job of making, like, it's the way that everything comes together that's very, very clever. Very clever. So it says, pronounce Ben Chod. I did it. That better not be a swear word. You better not be getting me to swear in other languages, because I'm down, but, you know, I'd rather if you were trying to do that, you say, this means this. This means this in this language. So, because I'm always down to learn new swears. Always. I don't care if it's only 5 in the afternoon, I'm learning a new swear word. Yeah, Horizon Forbidden West does look, it looks gorgeous. As I said, it looks like it had Naughty Dog developing it, but then I went and looked at some, like, Last of Us 2 stuff, and I was like, you know what? Horizon Forbidden West looks better than Last of Us 2. Like, as it should do. But I was impressed. Ubisoft's really, really loud. Okay, hang on. It might just be this is really loud. I can move my mic a tiny bit forward. I can move a tiny bit forward as well. Is audio better now? So many Indian swear words in the chat. Oh man. At least let me know what I'm saying. At least let me know. Please. Here we go. Hopefully, let me know about audio as well, everybody. Are you kidding me? You kidding me? They're gonna hit us with the photo mode thing as well? They obviously saw Horizon do this yesterday, and they were like, oh, you know what? Actually, we're gonna throw in a photo mode ourselves. Well, that's a good way of wasting an additional 30 minutes. I could have started here. I could have started here. I could have started here. Alright, we're gonna... Do you want me to leave it on the big screen though, so you can all see it? Bienvenidos a Yara. So it's a Caribbean island, but they speak... Is that Portuguese? It's Portuguese, right? Pretty sure that's Portuguese. Bienvenidos. They got us. They gave... Oh no! They got us. We've been trolled. Like it said it was starting. Anyway, sorry. I'll keep it big screen so we can get... I mean, that's just a drawing. How are we meant to judge it on that? Yeah, I love the fact it's called Yara. As I said, if there's any JoJo fans out there, Yara does a... it's really fun to say. Dos... Oh, it's Spanish? Dos countdowns. Dos countdowns. How did I not know that's Spanish? But Bienvenidos is Spanish? Oh yeah, that That is Spanish on the screen there as well. Thank you, Dragon VT. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone that's watching right now. Anything, if a stream hits 100, I'm like, that's incredible to me. So to have so much people in the chat right now. Oh, what? Hey. All right, okay. They've won me back. They've won me back. Where's the hey, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. We're gonna start a conga line in the chat, everybody. We're gonna start a conga line in the chat. Let's do it. I wanna see dancing ladies from everybody right now. We're all gonna salsa. We're gonna salsa in the chat right now. This is some good world building though. We got the Historia de Yara. Alright, so I love Spain. Like, I love Spain, right? Spain is one of my favorite places. I was saying this, if you were watching yesterday, everywhere is my favorite place, okay? Oh, we got the dance chain. Let's go in. And my favorite memory of being in Spain is my mum's friend owns a restaurant in Spain. And they eat late. I didn't realize how late they eat in Spain, right? So we're there having like an 11 o'clock dinner and stuff. And we finish up and we wait around for a while. Oh, we got the dance going in the chat as well. This is beautiful, man. We got the salsa line. Let's go. Hey. And we got some Craigs as well. And so we finish up and the restaurant closes. And now it's like 1 a.m. It's 1 a.m. and Steve, the owner of the restaurant, just goes, "Oh, we're not going back to the flat. We're going to a party." And I'm like, "What? A party?" Yeah? I was fairly young at this point in time as well. I never. My mum's friends never like we go into a party. And so he drives us out of where were we saying? We're in Valencia, right? Drives us out of Valencia into this little town, and they're having a whole goddamn street party. But then the main attraction of this party was in like a half-destroyed castle. They put a stage in it. They had a full band and everything, and we're just in this like broken down castle's courtyard, and everyone's just dancing and shit. And it was just like the best night I had as a young person. It was one of the best experiences. I was dancing with all the old ladies because they're like, "Oh, he's cute, he's so cute and stuff," as a young guy, you know. And it was just a lot of fun, man. It was just a lot of fun. This kind of looks like it looks fairly in-game, but I'm seeing just a lot of drawings and artwork going on, like almost concept art going on in here, you know? There we go. There's some graphics. There's some actual graphics. Oh, his face is on the coin? He's the Presidente? Okay. Yeah, he is the Presidente. There he is, man. República de Yara. So there we go. Eres los odios y los ojos de Yara. It's like the eyes, right? Ojos is eyes, isn't it? Is odios ears? I know ojos because it's a H as well, isn't it? Ojos. My Spanish is so bad though. El Presidente Castillo se degradará a las Naciones Unidas. United Nations. He was at the United Nations. El Patron is Jefe. Subsovioso violentos. I love Spanish as well because Spanish is very much like a lot of the words that you think are Spanish, like you make them sound Spanish, and they are. You are the ears and eyes of Yara. Thank you very, very much, guys. Thank you. Suspected Libertad encampments. Alright, so this is pretty good though. They are building up a lot. We got like the surveillance influence coming in here, identifying different safe houses and such. I can't believe we got hit with the 22-minute countdown though. They just threw it on top. Big trolls. Big trolls. Ack, how's it going, man? Good to see you. God Z-Docs in the chat. How's it going as well? Daniel, how you doing, man? It is some cool artwork, though. I'll give it that. Some really cool artwork. See his picture of him on the wall over there and stuff. Like his lobby. Did you download Unreal 5? Almost, but my PC's been so messed up today. My PC was being so broken that it's only at 85% and I stopped it because I needed to use Photoshop. Heard the Spain story, Bam. Did you salsa with the ladies? I did, man. I was salsering with the ladies. What was lucky for me is I was old enough that I must have been 14 or 15. And when I was like 13, our dance teacher taught us how to salsa. So, luckily I knew what I was doing. I've never forgotten. He was a really good dance teacher. We had to take dance lessons in our first year at school. And I was also studying Spanish at school as well. So, Spain was really nice. It looks pretty good. It does look pretty damn sweet. Overall, that water looks pretty damn nice. Salsa Bam, I want to see that. One day. Imagine E3 being like this countdown followed by another countdown by another countdown. Yeah, 100%, man. 100. Like, I feel like they completely trolled us. But at least we're getting a look at the lay of the land. And I'm assuming because it's its own Caribbean island, it's probably going to be the entire map will be the island, which will be pretty cool. At least that should be a fair bit of space to operate in. I'm really hoping so. At 10k subscribers, Bam will upload a salsa video. Yeah, alright, deal. It's better than having to strip. I'll take it. I want to make some mini games in Unreal Engine with my cousin. Yeah, man. Do it. Unreal Engine. There's so much tutorials on it. You can get your head around it. I haven't played Subnautica. I am streaming later on as well. I'm going to be playing the Chivalry 2 beta for anyone that's interested. That's the thing that I'm doing. So, take a look out for that. Actually, hang on. Can I open this on my side? Yeah, I can open this on my side. Alright, cool. Let me see if I can do something quickly. I feel trolled. I feel massively trolled. Here you go, guys. When that loads, as you can see, look, my PC's being very, very strange at the moment. Very strange at the moment. There we go. Later on today, around 8:30. I might do it 7:30. So I get a little bit of an evening as it is Friday. But yeah, coming soon. Did you and your lady friend go to the movies yet? No, I actually cancelled on her. Just because we had some, not disagreements, but she was like, oh, you know I have kids, and I was like, that's fine and whatever, but then she sort of like was acting weird as if my like response wasn't good enough for her, and I was just like, you know what, man, I'm cool. This situation's a bit weird for me. Not because of the children, just because of the way she was acting, as if like my response wasn't good enough. When my response was like, oh, as someone that is a child to a single mother, I always worry about dating someone with kids, a bit about how their children will feel, which I think is like a really empathetic way to look at it. But apparently that wasn't good enough, and she was like, oh, we can be friends. I'm like, I'm not going on a date to be friends, so let's not do a date, you know? Simple as. I don't know if that's me like jumping the gun too much, but I think it was the right move, personally. It just, you know, that's just what made sense in my head. It's like a Rockstar loading screen. It is. It's as long as one as well. Just as long as one. I think you should really say. You should say, oh, by the way, we're gonna be running a 30-minute countdown. Like, there was no indication of that whatsoever. I think it's really unfair to just do that, because everyone's obviously signed up to watch the gameplay footage, and you've made us think that we're gonna watch the gameplay footage, and we are still gonna watch it, but you've sort of just overly longed it out, and it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like, this is cool to see and stuff. If it didn't feel right, you did the right thing, bro. Thank you, man. I went with my gut on it. I went with my gut on it. No, you weren't jumping the gun. She could have said something other than we can just be friends. Exactly. Because it was a first date as well. It's like, let's see where this is going. That's why the conversation about children, like, threw me off as well. Because I'm like, worry about that element. Like, fair enough, you got kids. I respect that. Like, telling someone whatever. I get that. But, like, worry about that element if you decided if you're going to keep seeing someone, you know? Don't bring that to the forefront to the point where it dictates the entire situation before it's even got started. That's how I viewed it, you know? So I was just like, nah, you know what? Like, you've kind of just already ruled me out. Sounds like you dodged a bullet there. Thank you, man. It felt like, and that's no shade on her or whatever, it just something didn't click. I have to say, Far Cry series is one of the most overrated franchises ever. Fair enough, more Skittles. You're completely entitled to your opinion. As I said, I've only dipped in and out of it. I remember playing Far Cry 3 and playing Far Cry, whichever the one was with the like weird American culty thing, and that was it. That's the only 2 editions I had. Kids is like a boyfriend situation. Yeah, exactly. You could have taken her to a back alley. No, I couldn't. No, I couldn't. I hope the protagonist talks unlike Far Cry 5 with no name, just called a rookie. Yeah, I mean, it's very important. I think games do this thing where they go like, you know, oh, you're the champion, oh, you're the soldier, you're this, and they make you sort of nameless in the hopes that you will get sort of invested, like, oh, I can throw myself into this and stuff. But I think overall, it's better when they give you a character to play a lot of the time. Unless I'm playing like a complete RPG, and in which case I build my character, I think it is better when they just go, you are this person, this is your history to some degree. Because it's part of the story building, you know? It's like part of the story building. I understand building tone for your world, etc. But when you put worldwide gameplay reveal, you need to show that. Yeah. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Like, we still got another 13 minutes on the clock before we even get into this. And I'm sad because we was up at over 100 people watching, and then they all dipped out. Like, well, not all, because most of you are still here, and I appreciate you. But, like, you know, they were like, nope, not waiting around for half an hour. They screwed the stream over. You screwed me over, damn it, Far Cry. I do like the fact that this is retelling the story. Like, they're retelling it over. Like, everything we've seen, they're now, like, changing it, you know? To kind of build this picture Hey, is this coin drop CGI or what? It's CGI! So they've set up the world, and now they're going like, oh, okay, this guy is this guy's a bad guy, and we're like, really? Giancarlo is the bad guy in this story? Oh no! Like, oh no! You should react to meat cannon. That sounds dirty. The meat cannon. Far Cry 1 were crazy good for the graphics at the time. I feel like we should just watch something that I'm not going to because we're here for it. But you know when they do this, it's like, do you know what would have been better than this? A 30-minute thing that you whipped together doing like the journey of Far Cry and just gone from like Far Cry 1 all the way through up to here and spoke about some of the things that they liked about previous games and what they wanted to build on when they were creating this and stuff, and just a nice little video that you could have easily knocked up with a dev on a voiceover and an editor in the space of a day or so, easily, you know. That would have been better, or at least had that for 20 minutes and then done this for 10 minutes. The journey of Far Cry, something along those lines would have been a simple but effective way to fill this half-an-hour countdown that they wanted to do. But this does feel like they were just gonna launch it, and then they were literally like, oh no, you know what? This Horizon Forbidden West 5-hour countdown is really cool. What can we knock up in time for tomorrow that we can run for at least half an hour, you know? Like, yeah, but that makes way too much sense. Yeah, probably does. Probably does. Watch the Far Cry 1 trailer, go back to where it's all started. Maybe we'll do it in the end. It's good because it allows me to talk to people, you know? Like, that's the plus. Going forward, I will only answer to meat cannon. Hey Brett, how you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Ryan in the chat, Tones in the chat as well, Garrett in the chat. How you doing? Canadian 009 in the chat. How you doing? Meat cannon is actually my stripper name. It's so good. It's so good. Meat cannon, man. Just watching the Fast and Furious 9 trailer. What do you guys think about Fast and Furious 9? Ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous. The franchise is so self-aware to the point that I'm not even mad at it anymore. But ridiculous is the only way we can discuss that movie moving forward. We do know that the smoke dynamics will be on point. That's true. Look, oh shit's popping off now. It's all popping off. Lando, how's it going, man? Ryan as well. The thing about it being overrated is I think it at least got better when they decided that we know what we are and that's a stupid car movie. Like, I think that's when the franchise got better. One word, family. Family. Yeah. Like, they're just like, there's one part where I swear he jumps off a moving vehicle in that. And he just, like, bounces off of the floor like he's made of rubber. J. Van Velthoven. How's it going? We're all good. We're all good. We're just having a little discussion about other stuff while we wait for this troll countdown to be done with. We've got the Eternals trailer did look good. the Eternals trailer did look good. I think it was very, very interesting. What I like is the director only uses natural light, so it gives it its own look and feel to it, which I think is awesome. I'm not mad at that at all. Top 5 hidden gems, there are bodies hidden there too. Well, maybe I want to go on a dead body tour. What about that? You guys want to see a dead body? Stay the fuck out. Hey, is the beat gonna drop? Is the beat gonna drop? Yeah, Yara, Yara. Yeah, Yara. Yeah, Yara, Yara. Yeah, Yara. Yara, 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 Yara. Why is it not gonna? I'm waiting for the drums to actually kick in. I honestly thought the second Too Fast, Too Furious was the worst in the series, with Paul Walker trying to go all gangster with Tyrese. He's a surfer boy from Cali. Yeah. What do you guys think about Joker 2 being potentially in the works? That's interesting to me. I don't see why it needs a 2, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not one of those people that say, we don't need a second Joker, man. We don't need a second Joker. You're gonna watch it. You're gonna go out and watch it. Quit complaining. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. K1 in the chat, English only, please, because I can't read that at all. So I can't respond to it. So I appreciate if you could just English in the chat. Por favor. That was Spanish. But at least Spanish I can slightly understand. I think that's a fair enough rule. If I can understand the language, then fair. But if I can't, then I need translations. Joker 2. Same team. Same team. We didn't need Joker 1. We didn't. Look. I wasn't, and I'll say it, I wasn't the biggest fan of Joker, okay? The reason that I wasn't the biggest fan of Joker is because, in my opinion, the story is very played out. The story is very, and I know this is going to sound stupid because they needed to get there, but it's like, they go, okay, so how did this guy become the Joker? And they're like, okay, so we need to humanize this in some shape or form. And they go, where's his laugh come from? Oh, it's a mental health thing. Okay, write that in. Why does he become the Joker? Oh, well, he was already a comedian and, you know, bad stuff happened to him. Maybe some kids beat him up. Maybe he got into a few scenarios. All it takes is one bad day. That's something that the Joker said. Let's use that as our example. And while it made for a sort of compelling movie around like mental health awareness and the effects of how you treat people and things like that, sure, it was a pretty good movie for that. But as a long-time fan of someone who is like a big DC fan, a huge fan of Joker as a character, the number one thing that you have to understand about Joker as a character is he is a mystery. You don't explain the Joker. That's the whole point in the Joker. He is chaos completely just as he is. You don't need to understand his motives or how he got to where he is. He's here now and he's fucking shit up. And that is what the Joker is and has always been. It's at the point where DC are literally like, we have 3 different Jokers with 3 different origin stories. And that's sort of like where they're at with the Joker now. But the whole point is he's legitimately just this guy. He could be anyone. You don't need to know why he became what he became. You need to understand that he is there to just fuck with Batman and the rest of Gotham City. Like, that's it. That's his story. Backstory done. And there's been some cool backstories for the Joker anyway. But like, exactly, a Joker without Batman just doesn't make sense regardless. But he's just perfect. They're two halves of the same coin. Thank you, Callie. Thank you so much. In answer to your question, WR10 Nike, what's your opinion of Giancarlo acting as the main villain? Great. Absolutely great. I love it. Like, there's nothing I can say against it. He's an incredible actor. The fact that they've got him in the game has made me more interested in the game at all. Like it's as simple as that. I may not even wanted to have played this game until I saw him walk on screen. It's that simple. I see him in something and I want to know what's going on, and I know he's going to deliver it perfectly. Like, you know, like that's simply what I think and feel when it comes to him as an actor. He's great. You know, there's a reboot. A reboot of what? Alright, bro, you're in timeout. You're in timeout, man. If you don't want to put English in the chat, then please leave the chat, or just put it in Google Translate and then move it over. But you've been told a couple times. Please do it. And I always assume that when people don't want to put things in English, it's because they're trying to say something that shouldn't be. They don't want it to be translated, and they think they're being smart by putting it in a different language, so they can be like, oh, I'm swearing at this guy or whatever. So that's why, in general, if you're asked to put things in English, please just respect the rules, you know? We don't have much rules around here. You're not going to get banned, but you're going to get timed out for a second. Imagine finding Walter White cooking some meth on the outskirts. I would really like for there to be like a Walter White sort of homage. I think at the very least you could put in like a little Easter egg or something, you know? It's not the most difficult thing to do. Call him like Walter Blanco or something, you know? Just a nice little Easter egg like that. Have a character called Walter Blanco. Locally hated, saying ban him. Locally hated, wanting blood right now. I respect it, bro. And no spoilers? Yeah, exactly. That's the only other rule we really have. He's also in The Boys and Mandalorian, and he does a great job in both of them. The dude in Suicide Squad was pretty awful, though. Who in Suicide Squad? Who in Suicide Squad? Tripping. I don't know. Messy Mouth, we're all good. I hope you're doing good. Charles L, I hope you're doing good as well. Willy Blanco, there we go. Kmart saying, is this on yet? We're basically here. We're here. It's time, everybody. That's the beat I was waiting to drop the whole time. You kept us waiting, bros. Oh, Joker, yeah, terrible Joker. I really think Leto is terrible as a Joker.
What can true Yarans do to serve Yara?
True Yarans have long memories.
Yarans.
We remember how so-called civilized nations treated us when we needed them most.
Are you concerned about the terroristas who call themselves Libertad?
Look at this dropping in graphic quality already, man. Remember that trailer I was running at the start? Looks nothing like it.
Why do you want to run? Remember, Dani, Castillo has kept you an orphan.
I only see you. So why are you here?
I watched Castillo order a whole boat of our people shot to death. And I want to know who's going to help me take him down.
Okay.
Nice. We're getting the gang back together.
300,000 troops. I count 6 burnt-out guerrillas, and you with a bullet to the leg.
You can shoot, so shoot.
You have rules. You might kill, but you're no killer.
You know I'm not a guerrilla, right?
Everything got another purpose.
That usually work.
50-50.
Action looks good though.
Those eyes, Danny. I know exactly who you are.
For family.
I am nothing like you.
You better be showing us more than that. Oh, you better be showing us more than that. There we go. Yeah, it's definitely cross-gen.
Hi there, I'm
Hey,
Navi
CGI!
Khabi, narrative director of Far Cry 6, and I'm so excited to represent our team and finally show you our game in action. With Far Cry 6, we're gonna throw you into our most ambitious open world yet, Yara, an island deep in the heart of the Caribbean, filled with rich tropical ecosystems alongside decaying urban landscapes. Yara is an island of contrasts. Isolated and frozen in time for over 50 years after a violent revolution cut it off from the rest of the world, it now finds itself on the verge of collapse.
They wanted to go with a Cuban
Last year,
vibe,
we
didn't they?
introduced you to Yara's Presidente, Antón Castillo, with an amazing performance by Giancarlo Esposito.
A Castillo must be a lion. For Yara is full of lambs.
The reception we've had to Antón and Diego has been incredible, and we're just getting started.
Oh,
Antón is
yeah.
a man hell-bent on returning Yara to his idea of its former glory. And while his motivations are far more complex than they seem, the cost of his vision will be paid in blood.
If a dog refuses to break, then we must put them down.
To achieve his dream for Yara and his son Diego, Antón has clamped down on freedoms, instituted brutal social reforms, and cast anyone who speaks out against him into forced labor. His oppression of the Yaran people has pushed the island to the brink of revolution.
When tyranny is law, revolution is order.
Yara, once considered a jewel of the Caribbean, is now a powder keg. And you are the match. Your name is Dani Rojas, and you'll experience the revolution through Dani's eyes right from the beginning. Born and raised in Yara's capital city, you're a young military dropout who wants nothing to do with Antón or the revolution. You just want to get the hell out of Yara. But once you're face to face with Anton's brutality, you realize that the only chance to live free is to lead an army of guerrillas into a new revolution. The very soul of the island at stake.
And I need you here with us, man.
At the start of your journey, you'll get to pick your identity and customize your look while you navigate the ranks of the guerrilla movement.
So you can play as Eva again.
Every
They've done that
aspect
again,
of the
right?
game has been developed with the goal to make you feel like a guerrilla fighter, battling an asymmetric war against Antón and his army. The guerrilla fantasy is all about making one guerrilla feel like 1,000. Embracing this was at the core of how we crafted our gameplay, our world, and the characters you'll meet along the way. In Yara, you'll find other guerrillas, black market dealers, and everyday Yarans who each have their own reasons for joining the cause, including our friendly guerrilla Juan Cortez, a master of invention, an architect of revolution.
All right.
He's our guerrilla teacher.
He's our Latin
And class starts.
Victor Sullivan. I can respect it.
Guapo, you listen. Rule 16. A guerrillero's revolution never ends. Always another war, another cantina, another ugly bartender.
Juan Cortez,
What do you think gave it away, Guapo?
this is a
What?
fucking waste of time.
Can you whistle?
What?
Nah, you can't whistle. Not bad, Danny, but we're just getting started. Rule number 1. A good guerrilla is is a hidden guerrilla.
Muerto el perro, se acabó la rabia.
This beats hard body right here.
We lead our operations in secret camps across the country. Here, guerrillas live,
Kaboom!
train, and
We got the Domino Simulator. No Caribbean island would be complete without it.
by smuggling in supplies, you'll add some piss and fire to our movement.
You got that right.
Camp chef, black market dealers, these safe havens got everything a guerrilla needs. Even do-it-yourself vehicles.
Yeah, alright.
You're gonna love it, Danny. Rule number 2. A good guerrilla masters their environment. This land is your home, Danny. I'm sure you know every inch of it. From the bloodthirsty jungles, postcard shorelines, the dead-end towns,
This
and
beat's
our
sick.
friendly capital city. How you get around is up to you.
Good girl.
If you want to play it safe, take our secret paths carved in the dirt of old revolutions. Hola, Dani.
How you doing?
Or take a risk and operate in plain sight of Castillo's assholes.
It looks
Go ahead
good.
and hide your weapons to blend in.
It looks good.
Right?
It doesn't look groundbreaking, but it looks good.
Sabotage, interceptions. You don't always need to be a loudmouth, Dani.
Christmas trees? Do you even grow those here?
Mexicans pay crazy money for this. How you think El Presidente funded Maria's new face?
Okay. Go through.
Rule number 3. Fucked up situations call for fucked up solutions.
Hey, he's not here.
If you expected reinforcements, I got news for you. You're an army of one against an army of thousands.
Yeah, let's go.
When shit gets real, we make use of whatever we have. We call
What?
that resolver. That means absolutely everything from sardine cans, goddamn batteries, to old motorcycle engines that have been built into equipment.
Yeah, sick. Sick.
Some very unique, deadly weapons.
CD shooter, are you kidding me? Like, that's sick.
Now we're fucking talking. This, the Supremo backpacks, handcrafted by yours truly. Each one will make you feel and fight with the power of a goddamn guerrilla army. Give me lip.
You were right, it is Run the Jewels.
You and I both know you want this. For a guerrilla, the shit my pants rush of an ambush, the taste of sweet victory after you freed your people from tyrants.
It's fun.
Oh, and the final rule. A good guerrilla always brings a friend along.
Oh my god! I'm sold!
Moral support.
Yeah! October.
So there you have it. Far Cry 6 will be available on October 7th on PC and consoles. We hope you enjoyed this first glimpse of gameplay. We have a lot more coming soon that we can't wait to share with you.
They should have
Thank you
shown
so
it
much
today,
for
mate.
watching,
Should have shown
and
it
see you
today.
next time.
You made us wait half an hour. You made us wait half a bloody hour, and that's it. You kidding me? Half an hour for like 15 minutes tops. Come on, bro. Really? Like, let's talk the honesty. I mean, it looks fun, which is one of the most important elements. It looks fun, which is, you know, the most important element, I guess, for games. Does it look next gen? No. Have we been spoilt by the next gen? A little bit. A little bit, because everything that isn't next gen is now just going to look like flaming hot garbage to some degree. So yeah, I can't say that I was sold on what I was looking at as far as the graphics go, but what it lacked in that, it sort of made up for in in heart, if you will, you know? The gameplay looks really enjoyable. The voice acting seems to be pretty spot on. That's what I think. Anyway, it seems to be like it's got a lot of character, which is important, because there's a lot of games that don't have a lot of character. But it looks like another Far Cry game. Yeah, I mean, it pretty much does. It pretty much does. But you kind of knew that going into it a bit, you know? You kind of knew that going into it. Overall, it looks like a lot of fun, and I think that's the most important thing. I like the idea of trying to like be a one person revolution / army. That's always a good thing to get into as well, you know? So it's definitely a game I'll play at some point, but looks a lot better in 4K when I seen it yesterday. Is there hang on, is there, if we're lucky, they will have just put up the like 4K trailer straight away as well, or like a better trailer at the very least. Yeah, here we go. I'll put that on loop in the back. Oh, it's on Xbox. I'm kidding. You had me at Macarena gun. Yeah, exactly. They had me at the CD launcher. Exactly. And that's what fun is about, man. New car system looks epic. It does. The backpacks look awesome as well. There's a lot of things in, and it looks better in 4K. It does look better in 4K, as we're seeing here. You know, you got an alligator that can fight alongside you. You've got a little disabled puppy that's got little tools on him to help you out and stuff. Looks like a standard Far Cry game. I mean, yeah, but, you know, that's pretty much what a Far Cry game's going to end up looking like, you know? But the most important thing and takeaway, and it does look better, it definitely does look better in this 4K version here, but the biggest takeaway is fun, enjoyment. That's what you want from a game. I can't say any more than that. Plus, you can play dominoes, you know? Who doesn't want to play dominoes? It's got the Far Cry charm. Yeah, it's got a lot of item customization that looks awesome as well. And car customization and stuff, so not mad at that. I want to know if you can attach like a turret to your horse. That'd be cool. I mean, this looks great in 4K. Like it looks a lot better. It definitely looks a lot better. Have to slam the dominoes or it don't count. 100%. And them's the rules, man. Them's the rules. Thank you, Crypto Dog. The title gives it away. It is a Far Cry game. Yeah. Like, that's what it's there for. Tons of microtransactions. Yeah. Ubisoft right there. You know, and a couple that you'll get for free for being on Twitch Prime. Couple things you'll get for free for being on Twitch Prime as well. Never forget that. And if you're not signed up to Twitch Prime, do it because it's worth it. You get it if you're already on Amazon Prime, which most people in the world are. So yeah. I mean, Far Cry 1 had aliens, so it's never been that realistic. So much new things, can't wait. Yeah, that's the most important thing. What I'm seeing here is a good second half of the year's coming up, you know? Still looks better than Infinite, though. Fair enough. I like this cigar moment right here, where you sort of get some sort of, like, adrenaline power-up or something by stabbing yourself with a cigar. You know? That's awesome. That's a really cool feature. Take a cigar on your way out kind of feature. I can get behind that. The gun customization looks cool. As I've said, this Macarena gun that we're seeing here is so cool. It's probably the best thing in it. And I will be killing many a people with a CD, because at the end of the day, what are you even going to do with CDs now? Make them into a gun and kill people with them, you know? Horizon 2 looked like a Horizon game. What where would we complain? Like, exactly, we weren't complaining. About as good as some PS3 games. I mean, give it credit. It looks better. If go watch the 4K version. It looks a lot better for being in 4K, like massively. Just looks really polished. Looks really nice, which is good to know. You know, you can get in a tank. That's cool. You got a whole array of different ways to travel around the map. All of that's really awesome. But this is my concern. They went Ratchet and Clank with the weapons. They really, really did. This has been my concern overall in recent times, is like, the more we move into the next gen, is the more that we're going to feel disappointed with current gen releases. You know? And that's something that we can't change, ultimately. Healing animation is the cigar. I don't think surely that's not healing, because, like, you're damaging yourself to do it. It's got to be more like an adrenaline sort of power-up kind of thing. Some parts look good, some parts don't. Yeah, I mean, it's a fairly decent balance, but overall looks pretty fun. My newest card doesn't even have a CD player. RIP CD collection. I know, man. They just said fuck CDs. We at one point in time we just lost it. I'll take gameplay over graphics any day. Yeah, exactly. I think that's the best. That's what it's about, man. Because I think, for most people anyway, is, look, if you someone that grew up with one of the first types of consoles, then you know that graphics come second. It's nice that we get great graphics and we're spoiled with the richness of good graphics in this day and age, but overall, man, like, don't make out like games weren't as realistic or enjoyable or anything immersive, whatever you want to call them, when you was playing on a PS1 or like a Nintendo or something, you know? You just got into it. Like, it just happened. Your imagination took over. The joy, the excitement just played into it, and you had fun. And that's what gaming used to be about. But yeah, also we did watch Horizon Forbidden West yesterday, which is always going to make things feel a little bit spoiled. But it is what it is. That was always going to happen. I said that at the start. I thought it would happen. But overall, I'm not mad at it. And seeing it on this trailer looks a lot better, like in the 4K. You got to remember, streams make things look worse sometimes as well. But yeah, this doesn't look it doesn't look terrible in any shape or form. So I think I'd have a lot of fun playing it. In the same way that I felt about Dying Light. You know, Dying Light didn't look incredible, but it was a lot of like really enjoyable gameplay going on in that footage that we saw. So yeah, some fun games coming out still. In with all of the top tier stuff as well. You know, we're still getting Ratchet and Clank, we're still getting Horizon Forbidden West, but we also have games we can play across the board. You know? So you gotta just appreciate all of them. You know? That's about it for me today. I think we'll go on to maybe wrap this up to 1 hour 30. They wasted a lot of time, considering it was what? This video is only 4 minutes 40. And they made us wait half an hour for that shit. I feel robbed. But yeah, I will be streaming Chivalry in just over an hour. So I hope you join me for that. I need to go and eat some food before I do that, and I need to go to the shop potentially. So I think I'm going to wrap it up around here. I want to thank everybody for joining. If you're new, please do subscribe. I feel like we're coming up to the section where we're getting a lot more sort of events like this, so we're gonna have a lot more streams like this. So if I've made it enjoyable, if the chat's made it enjoyable for you, then please do go ahead and join us. And if not, you're already a member or a subscriber, and I thank you for joining me in general and keeping the chat alive like you always do. So yeah, I don't know. I like doing these streams. They always have a positive, like, people always turn up for these streams. It's crazy. Like, we'll spend like 2 weeks streaming something like Beyond Two Souls, and like it's like low numbers, and then we'll do something like this and like 100 people turn up. So I'm definitely going to continue to do stuff like this. But thank you to anyone, whether you view, if you're part of my core community that's there for everything. I appreciate you so much. And for the people that pop up for things like this as well. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all of you. It's just nice that we can connect and, as I said, get exciting about gaming overall, you know? There we go. Adios, amigos. I will be back in 30 minutes. I've got to set up the stream as well. So I'll be back in an hour. Not 30 minutes, but the stream will probably be live in the next 30 minutes, like the preview stream. So... yeah, thank you all so much. Take care of yourselves. Look out for each other if I don't see you later. And if I do see you later, well, I'll see you in a little bit. That's all. Well, what am I even saying, man? What am I even saying? Thank you all.